Howdy, Broncos Nation. Y'all ever wonder if missing out on Cooper Kupp was actually a good thing? Let's chew the fat for a minute. Losing a star like Cooper Kupp feels like spilling your sweet tea right before the barbecue. Messy, frustrating, and downright unlucky. But hold your horses, partner. Sometimes what looks like a kick in the teeth is really the universe nudging you towards something better. Now, I ain't saying Kupp's a slouch. Dude's a certified baller, a super bowl MVP, and sharper in attack on routes. But here's the kicker. The Denver Broncos rebuild ain't about flashy Band-Aids. It's about digging deep, planting roots, and building something that lasts. Let's mosey through this. Kupp's 32, carrying more mileage than a 90 at size. Pickup truck after a cross-country haul. Sure, he's still got gas in the tank, but dropping $45 million guaranteed on a vet when you're knee-deep in rebuilding? That's like buying a fancy grill when your roof's leaking. Meanwhile, Courtland Sutton's over here, 4 years younger, already locked in and grinding like a man with something to prove. Sutton ain't just a receiver, he's a statement, and y'all know Texans respect grit over glitter any day. Now, don't get me wrong, the Broncos' WR room's thinner than toilet paper at a tailgate. Releasing Josh Reynolds? Bold move, Cotton. But here's where it gets juicy. Broncos rumors are swirling faster than a tornado in April. Keenan. Allen's name keeps popping up like a prairie dog in a field. Dude's a route runner's route runner with hands stickier than pancake syrup. Pair him with Sutton, and suddenly Sean Payton's got options hotter than a jalapeno popper. But hold up, let's talk turkey. This ain't just about signing big names. It's about timing. The Denver Broncos salary cap ain't a bottomless biscuit tin. Every dollar spent on a vet is one less for draft picks or rising stars. And rebuilding? That's a marathon, not a rodeo. Y'all remember when the Cowboys tried buying a championship in the early 2000s? Yeah, didn't end well. Here's the kicker, though. ESPN Denver Broncos analysts keep harping on urgency, but what if patience is the real MVP? Look at the Lions. They sucked for decades, then built through the draft, trusted their system, and bam, NFC Championship. Denver's got young guns like Marvin Mims Jr. and Jaleel McLaughlin who could blossom faster in bluebonnets in spring. Why not let them cook? The unspoken truth about rebuilds, why settle in for less, could win more, all right. Lean in close, 'cause this here's the meat and potatoes. Rebuilds ain't sexy. They're sweaty, stubborn, and slower than molasses in January. But here's the deal. The Broncos ain't just rebuilding a team, they're rebuilding an identity. Think about it. The last time Denver won a Super Bowl, it wasn't 'cause they had the flashiest QB or the priciest WR. It was 'cause they had a defense meaner in a rattlesnake and a locker room tighter in a bull rider's grip. Right now, Sean Payton's got a chance to plant seeds that'll grow for a decade. Draft a young receiver with fire in his belly. Sign a savvy vet on a team-friendly deal. That's how you build a culture. And culture wins rings. Look at the Chiefs. Look at the Patriots. They didn't buy championships. They bred them. But here's the rub. Broncos fans are hungrier than a coyote in a drought. We're tired of next year talk. I get it. But what if I told you all this pain's purposeful? Every loss, every tough call, it's fertilizer for something bigger. George Paton's been squirreling away draft picks like acorns, and the 2024 class is deeper in a Texas oil well. Imagine snagging a rookie WR with Sutton's mentorship, or a lockdown corner to pair with Pat Surtain too. The pieces are there. They just need time to click. So here's my question. Broncos Country? Are y'all willing to trade a few seasons of grind for a decade of glory? Or are we going to keep chasing shiny objects while the foundation cracks? Sound off below. I'm dying to hear y'all's take on a young receiving corps. But just like Kupp, health is a factor. If the Broncos can bring him in on a team-friendly deal, this might be the best solution for 2024. Let's cut to the chase. Partner, we've been kicking around the same old questions like a tumbleweed in a windstorm. How the heck do we fix this offense? But hold your horses. This ain't just about slapping Band-Aids on bullet holes. Nah, we're talking about rebuilding a dang identity. And let me tell you, there's a whole lot of firecrackers in this roster just waiting for a spark. Y'all remember that feeling when Terrell Davis burst onto the scene? That's the vibe we're getting with Marvin Mims Jr. Kids Faster. Then a jackrabbit on a date, and last season, he flashed more potential than a neon sign in a power outage. But here's the kicker. Troy, Franklin, and Devin V ain't just bench warmers. These boys got claws. And if Sean Payton's half the guru we think he is, he'll turn him loose like a bull in a rodeo. Y'all seen Mel Kiper's latest mock? Says the best WR in the class might slide to us at number 20. Slide, you hear? Like a greased pig at a county fair. T. McMillan, 6'4", 220 pounds, runs a 4.48. That's Demarius Thomas level stuff, folks. But here's where it gets sticky. Do we grab him or do we fix that run game? Javonte Williams is tougher than a $2 steak. But coming off that knee injury, we need a backup plan. Ashton Jeanty's name's buzzin', but what if the Raiders snatch him first? This ain't checkers, it's chess. And the Broncos? We're playing 4D free agency? Oh, it's a wild card, all right. Keenan Allen's got hands stickier than a pancake syrup spill, but Tyler Boyd? That man's smoother than a Willie Nelson riff. And don't even get me started on a Jerry Jeudy reunion. If the price is right, why not? But here's the kicker. Salary cap hell ain't a myth. We're tighter than a new pair of cowboy boots, so every penny's got to count. Y'all ever wonder why the Denver Broncos rebuild feels like watching a slow-mo train wreck? It's 'cause we're stuck between nostalgia and desperation. We're clinging to them Super Bowl 50 memories like a security blanket. But honey, this ain't 2015. ESPN Denver Broncos segments keep yapping about windows closing. But windows ain't the problem. It's the dang foundation. Sean Payton's got the blueprint, but he's building on quicksand if we don't nail this draft. And let's not forget, Broncos football ain't just X's and O's. It's heart. It's that mile-high roar shaking the Rockies. But heart. Don't win games if your QB's running for his life. We're one bad move away from being the Texans of the West. But we're also one smart move away from shocking the league. Imagine this. McMillan snagging bombs from Stidham or whoever's under center, Mims scoring on jet sweeps, and Javonte trucking linebackers like it's his day job. Add a sneaky good free agent like Boyd, and suddenly, we're cooking. With gas. If you had to bet the farm today, draft a game changer at WR or fix the trenches to save the QB. Drop a comment, and let's hash this out like proper Broncos fanatics. Howdy, Broncos Country. Y'all ever stood at the edge of a Texas thunderstorm, feeling that electric buzz right before the sky lets loose? That's where we're sitting, with this Broncos roster, charged up, restless, and fixin' to roar. Let's chew the fat on what's brewing in Denver. First off, this ain't your granddaddy's rebuild. We're talking grit over glitter. Sure, losing out on a flashy name like Cup might have stung worse than a mesquite thorn, but hold your horses. This front office ain't playing checkers. They're strategizing like a coyote circling a campsite. Daily Denver Broncos. Chatter's been hotter than a July frying pan, but here's the kicker. Every dollar saved on a big-ticket star pours gas on the Denver Broncos rebuild fire. Think long game, folks. We're laying rails for a train that's got to run for miles, not just a quick joyride. Now, let's gab about Sean Payton. That man's got more tricks up his sleeve than a carnival hustler. He ain't just whistling Dixie when he talks culture shifts. Remember how the Astros clawed their way from cellar dwellers to champs? That's the vibe here. Patience, sweat, and a dash of stubborn faith. And don't even get me started on the Broncos rumors swirling like tumbleweeds. From cap gymnastics to draft whispers, it's a dang soap opera. But here's the skinny. Every movie's a puzzle piece. Miss one, and the whole picture gets murkier than a Brazos River after a storm. Y'all reckon we're one bold move away from glory? Or should we trust the process and keep our boots grounded? Let's crack open the real talk. This ain't just about signing names. It's about architecture. The Denver Broncos salary cap? That's our blueprint. Overpay now, and we're stuck in quicksand when rookie contracts expire. But nail a few steals in free agency, suddenly we're the 99 Rams with fresh legs. And don't sleep on Payton's knack for polishing diamonds in the rough. Drew Brees wasn't born a legend, he was made. Who's our hidden gem? Stidham? A draft sleeper? Here's where y'all come in. Close your eyes and picture this. December at Mile High, snow flurries, and a fourth-quarter drive that'll either melt your heart or freeze it solid. Every decision today writes that moment. So when folks whine, "Why not Cup?" remind them, Rome wasn't built on splashy trades. It was built brick by brick, same as Elway's '97 squad. If you had one shot to whisper in George Payton's ear, would you beg for a big swing now or plead for patience? Drop it below and let's rattle. The rafters.